All right, IPL auction. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. We have been waiting for. All of India has been waiting for, and rest of the world doesn't matter because cricket is the only thing that matters. I am Gav the bastard. This is Bikram, not the bastard, but also part of the blunt bastards. So we're going to talk about Suresh Raina, who was supposed to be bought for 20 crores. His base price was 2 crores, and let's just see how much he was bought for. Not bought. Nobody. Not even fucking CSK. Because we said earlier that CSK is such a loyalty club. They're like, we'll give you 2 crores and just like just not make you play, but just to show people that you're somewhere there. I was looking
I
at
think.
CSK team. They didn't move. Nobody budged. Nobody budged. If anything was worse than this was Steven Smith. Again,
Oh
nobody
yeah.
budged.
Oh yeah.
But then
I
Steven
think.
Smith is like renowned to be not a good T20 player. Okay, I can understand it. They'll come back and something will happen. But Suresh Raina, man, somebody should have made a bid, right? Why would you put 2 crores? That's exactly what I was saying. You're done, mate. You finished. You finished. Hey, what do you think? If you buy for 3 years now, have you seen a tummy? Not going to happen. But we're not going to talk about Suresh Raina. I'll let you speak about something you want to say about Suresh Raina. But then we'll go on talk about individual teams from Delhi to Gujarat, which whose name has already changed from Ahmedabad to Gujarat Titans. So I don't know what the fuck is happening. From by the time the IPL started, it'll probably be just Modi Titans or something like that. Yeah, your 15 cents if you have that much money. Nobody is that rich, but 15 cents on Suresh Raina's dismissal. I know you have money. You want to buy him directly for your team.
No, I think the
Asansol Titans.
main problem is you have to pay the money plus also ensure that you get a balcony room. So that was the major concern for all the teams.
That was the thing. And then just before we start the podcast, I wanna talk about what happened to Hugh and the way he fell down. And I'm not sure how it was handled, but I think they handled it as much as they could. But I do not like the fact that the message came out that he's fine and he'll start again at 3:30. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, like, why would you write something like that? Just stupid. You had to get somebody else. Have a fucking backup. Even for a fucking T20 international, you have like six commentators who are like shuffling around every 30 minutes, right? Why do you have a
Yeah.
62-year-old guy who's obviously unfit? Like, and I do this stuff, right? So I was telling you, Bikram, same thing. Like, I feel exhausted. You feel like you're fucking hell. Like, you're in a room, you're constantly speaking. I got this mic on. After I speak for 1 hour, I was like, okay, done. Like literally, when we speak after the thing, I was like, okay, ho gaya mera. I just need to like settle in.
Right.
I drink a lot of water during the podcast. People must have noticed I drink a lot of vodka, put myself on mute, start eating bananas, and this guy like eventually it will happen in 2 days. And I was thinking about that, and I never expected him
Yeah.
to fall that way. I mean, he falls on the podium, because podium is on a platform. Then the podium falls on the ground from the platform. He flips over. I mean, his jacket was over his head. It felt like, boy, this looked it looked messy. It looked messy. So
Right. Right.
as we know that he is okay, I really hope he doesn't come back tomorrow as well. He needs to take rest. Charu replaced him. They should have already had a backup. They called him. I think got stuck in the traffic also. It was started at
Right.
3:45 instead
Bangalore
of
traffic.
3:30 because it's Bangalore traffic. So that's what people are saying. He got stuck there. But as we were talking offline, I think Charu did a fantastic job and he was spot on. I mean, for a sudden replacement, I think he was just really on the ball.
True, true. Yeah, I think, and I just want to say about the broadcast, Star Sport broadcast. They could have handled it better. I think as soon as it happened, they should have cut the live feed. They shouldn't have shown the pictures, which is now swirling around the internet. And then when they did cut the broadcast, they just went back to their studios and they were just discussing about whatever happened, the all the pies, like nothing happened. So I think they could have been more sensitive. I feel they could have handled it better. But yeah, that's I don't know. I don't think they were prepared for something like this. So yeah, that's my take on that.
I agree. We'll do another podcast on that thing as well because I was watching it live and that happened because I don't really use this word sensitive, be saying this and that because sometimes you just become more sensitive to sissy, right? But what I saw was you don't have to show emotion towards the person. You can just say stuff. But right away, Akash Chopra was making jokes.
Right, exactly.
That I did not understand. The host was too jovial. That I did not understand. That's just and who's the other guy who was with Akash Chopra?
Uh,
That guy was also making jokes.
yeah,
Then they got David Miller, and David Miller had no choice. Not David Miller, the guy the most expensive by Chris Morris on the screen.
Chris.
And then they
Okay, okay.
started talking to him like in a joke manner. So he was like, Might, as they say, read the fucking room. Read the
Yeah.
fucking room sometime, okay? You're just not reading the room. This is like the fucking CA, right? They did not read the room. Justin Langer just wins 4.9 nil, just wins the T20 World Cup for the first time in the history. Next thing you tell him, like, oh, we don't need you now. You were there, it was good, but now we don't need you. We can give you a 6-month contract, which we obviously know you're going to reject, which is going to make you feel humiliated, and you'll go. Read the fucking room. All right, let's start on that note. And good thing is Hugh is okay. I don't want to see him tomorrow. I want to take him to take care of his health. And please, next time, have two people, even if it's for one day. We cannot have single person. And Charu is such an amazing guy. We should have Charu in this, Hugh, both of them, and both of them should get paid the same amount of money. In fact, double their pay. Fucking hell, because they're
Yeah.
getting so much money because Charu and him probably they keep pushing people. Hey, do it, do it. You're letting me down. Come on, come on,
Right.
come on.
Right.
That
He's
is the whole
doing that.
idea,
Yeah.
right? That's the whole idea. He's there because keeps egging people like, hey, come on, man, this is a great player. Please take him. Please take him. Please take him. I mean, this guy will sell us also for 2.5 crores. Suck on that,
Yeah.
Suresh Raina. Suck on that. Let's start with RCB, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Bangalore always
Uh,
does blunders, but today I think they still maintain their blunder, which I still agree. It's Hasaranga. Not that Hasaranga is not a good player, but I'm just saying you paid almost 11 crores, 10.75 crores Hasaranga, and you bought him as a fucking all rounder. I have no fucking idea how this guy is an all rounder. Apart from him, I think very good buys with Josh Hazelwood, 7.75 crores. I think a decent amount of money that should have been gone. And Hazelwood is something what they needed. Faf du Plessis, I personally feel for 7 crores. Amazing buy because they had just gotten rid of their opener, they've the Padikal, so they need somebody else to open. I think they should have gone also for David Warner, but I think they were not aggressive enough because David Warner would have been a great buy. We'll come back to Delhi later on. Dinesh Karthik, their wicket keeper. Oh my god. Devdutt Padikal used to wicket keep, right?
yes. Yeah.
So they
No,
wanted
there
to wicket
was
keeper, but
KS
paying
Bharat.
5.5 for Dinesh Karthik. I mean, this is a lot of bhaichara, man. I know he did one that interview with you, Virat Kohli, but okay, come on, man. Like I know he did that interview. You were very pally, but you have to pay 5 crores for this guy. Let me finish this and I'll let you go. And then they had Herschel Patel. I mean, maybe you would have gone slightly slower, right? You didn't have to pay 11 crores for this guy, 10.75 again. I mean, you could have just taken less. It was not people jumping and pouncing on it, but you were so aggressive that, eventually you just ended up paying. So, a lot of blunders, but eventually I think blunder isn't like maybe Hasranga might come that good, but he'll never be 11 crore good. And there'll be a lot of pressure after that money comes in, right? I think that's probably the most
Right.
expensive Sri Lankan player in the history or something, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, 2 cents on
Correct.
that, please.
No, definitely. I think they started well with Fab du Plessis. I think a lot of people are saying, I mean, including me, that he's old and everything. But I think for the position which RCB is looking for, a leader, a opener, I think that it's a good buy. 7 crores, and I think price is also
South
right
African
because
for a South African. Maybe he's also gone,
yeah,
right? A lot of money.
right. So I think that was good. Josh Hazelwood, I think it's fair. Price is also fair, and they needed some a bowler who has good control. Yeah, again Hasaranga, I think I don't understand what is the logic behind it because if you wanted an all rounder, you already had Washington Sundar. Or if you wanted a proper spinner, you could have bought Chahal back again for 6.5 crores. He went, so they could have actually bought two players in that, with that money, and could have still. I know Sundar went for more money, but I'm just saying that I don't understand why you're breaking the bank on a overseas player because that's what
That's
happens,
been
right?
their system. They have to do something stupid, otherwise they don't feel good about themselves. They don't feel
in
good about
fact,
themselves. That's what they are.
in fact, Mr. Nax posted a video
Tewatia got
today.
sold for 9 crores. Packer and go on. Yeah.
Yeah. So in fact, Mr. Nax posted a video earlier before the thing started, and here there he was saying that every year you spend a lot of money on a single person. Who is this? Who is going to be this year? And they were all sheepishly, smiling. Ah, no, this doesn't happen. And this is exactly what they did. And who was there with RCB who was increasing Hasaranga's price? That was Punjab. So I don't know what
I think
Punjab
they're
was thinking,
deliberately
and
doing it, man. I'm thinking that, deliberately just messing with these people. And like, then he was like, okay, we're done. Okay, we're done. They put
And
that honey trap, right? That Punjab, is that the no? That's not the lady. Is that the lady there? No, who?
right,
That's
right. That's a honey trap.
she is
That's
in.
honey
She's the
trap.
Punjab in the lady that girl. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the
So anyway,
owner's
yeah. So
daughter
I
or
think,
something. Go on.
yeah, I think same. It's the same pattern with RCB. They go for big stars. I am yet to see. I'm yet to see them buy someone at a very good price. Even I mean, like every team has got some bargain, like David Warner or Jason Roy and all those people. But RCB always buys people at very expensive prices. Then Herschel Patel. I think they wanted to get him. If they wanted to get Herschel Patel, they could have maybe just
They could have just
retained him
kept
or
him by
something.
fucking just and they because they're royal, right? They want to pay extreme extra royalties. That's what they're thinking.
Good
I
for
think that's
Harshal
what the
Patel
idea is.
because I think he deserves getting paid for this. I mean, he deserves the
But the
money.
fact is, Bikram, he's not going to perform the same way. It will not be
Exactly,
reflective 11 crore that you paid. It's
exactly.
not going to happen. He's not going to emulate that season. It's like Gaikwad's not going to make all these runs this season. It's not going to happen. So let's move on to Kolkata Knight Riders, one of our favorite teams, and I think we have done a good job. Let's just talk about apart from the players they already have Varun, Sunil Narayan, Andre Russell, and Venkatesh Iyer. So they made sure that they have two Ayers. They got Shreyas Iyer and spent a lot of money, 12.25 crores. They got Pat Cummins at the right price this time because he used to play for them, right? So Cummins come for 7.25 crores and Nitish Rana gone for it's like I don't know why they paid 8 crores for Nitish Rana. For that amount, they should have bought somebody else also. But Nitish Rana is a good player, but I mean, come on, the 4 to 5 makes sense. Then Mavi they got for 7.25. I think he's definitely a very good prospect. And let's just say, let's give it to the guy. What's your 2 cents on this thing, and how is their window going so far?
I think they are okay. I mean, they did make a lot of money back on Cummins. That was a smart move, and it paid off because it doesn't always pay off. At least in case of RCB, they always seem to let go players and buy them back for more. But I think that paid off. And Suresh Iyer, I think compared to what people were saying, because everyone was saying that Suresh Iyer will go for 16 crores, 17 crores, and I think Akash said that RCB has kept to 20 crores for him. So at least I'm happy that he didn't go for for ridiculous amount of money. I still think he that amount is more, but I think they are looking for a captain because they don't have a captain, and I think people still don't want to make bowlers captain because Pat Cummins is there, who is the Australian Test captain. But yeah, I think so far decent for them. Apart from I think paying a bit more money on shares, but I think that they can't help it because everyone was going for shares. So I think so far so good for them.
All right, fair enough. I don't agree. I don't think Shershah should be captain. And if Brendan McCullum is their coach, who's still coach, unless there's a lot of pressure, Pat Cummins is a shoe in absolutely your captain. He's already captaining Australian team, which is not a very bad team, by the way, if you don't know. Let's talk about Punjab Kings. We always love talking about Punjab Kings. They had retained only two people whom nobody knew. My young people have heard, but they have to give one Agarwal, and he just recently played for India. Arshdeep Singh, but they paid him very less money. Arshdeep only paid 4 crores and Mayank was paid 12 crores. So that's a lot of money on Mayank. Now they had to buy a lot of people and they bought Shah Rukh Khan for 9 crores just now, Kasigo Rabada for another 9.25, Shikhar Dhawan for 8.25, Rahul Chahar, who's the other Chahar. I mean, that's a good buy for 5 crore, Rahul Chahar, because the spinner and everything is actually a good buy. And who else did they buy? That's it. I know Johnny Westo, another good buy, 6.75 crores. I think they've done very well on this window
They have done, yeah.
because they've gotten also. Yeah, what do you think about them?
No, I think they have done well because they are they are one of those teams who needed to completely restructure their team, and they have, I think, done well. Plus, they pushed RCB to buy Hasaranga for 11 crores, so that's also a feather on their cap. So, so I think good buys. They have gone for the correct players, and they have got them at right prices. Johnny Besto is an amazing buy for them. There is some cloud over whether he'll play the whole season. There's a lot of politics going on. But I mean, that you can't help, right? And you're not buying him for just one season. You buy him for at least 3 seasons. So
Correct.
yeah, so I think yeah, they have done really well. Now we'll have to see how they do on the field, because that
All
has
right. So
been their promise.
two quick questions on this thing. I think first you were completely right, Hasaranga. That's why when I see the purse available for RCB is 15 crores and purse available for Punjab Kings is 33. So it's like more than double and almost two and a half times. So obviously they've done a very good job there. So, but who is captaining this goddamn side before I move on to CSK?
Uh, I'm not sure, because I think they
It's going to be
can go
Mayank. I mean,
for.
that's your marquee player. Right? You paid him 12 crores. He's supposed to captain.
Yeah, it should
That's
be
how it works in
Mayank.
IPL, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Mayank, but let's see where they end up, because there's still some players who can become captain left to be sold.
RCB also, we have no idea who's the captain, right?
Faf Duplessis, that's I think pretty much clear.
Is it?
Yeah, he
Do
should
you know
be he
something I
should be
don't
the
know?
captain. No, I mean he should be the captain, because right now in the team he's the most experienced player. He has captained a side, and
Dinesh Karthik,
so
take. Oh, Siraj
I
should be
don't
the
think.
captain. He's like all the brains in the on the earth, right? Like Siraj needs to be the captain. So let's talk about CSK, and I think it's Jadeja's not going to be the captain again. I think it's still going to be Mahendra Singh Dhoni also. And I don't know if there's a debate or not. I'm just stirring the pot. So they obviously had Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ravindra Jadeja, and MS Dhoni and Moin Ali retained. They bought Ambati Raidu back for 6.75 crores. They bought Robin Thappa back, although it just come to them, but 2 crores a very good buy, and he's also keeps wicket. Then they bought Bravo also back for 4.4, again good. Deepak Chahar, they had to buy him back for 14 crores. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think he's definitely worth a lot of money, but I mean, like 8 crores, 9, I don't know, 10 maybe, or like 14. I mean, come on, man. Because till he got bought, it was like still all these big stars, right? Like
Right.
Shreyas. I think Kishan had already been bought. We'll talk about him. So, what do you think about their window? I think they've been again trying to buy, they're making the same team back, just the way Mumbai tried to do
Yeah,
every single time.
I think that's what they're doing. They're just making their old team. Obviously, you can't buy all of them, because some of their players have become stars, like Shardul Thakur. So they couldn't have bought him. Fab Duplessis, I think they would have set some amount for him, and I think that went too far. But yeah, that doesn't make any sense if you have to go for Deepak Chahar for that amount of money. It just feels too much. And yeah, I mean, and I think they were also, I was not watching it, but I read
Who was
somewhere.
pushing it? Who was pushing it? But I can
Uh,
understand right now he's a very big commodity. He's just getting married to a pretty girl who looks
I think
like
Punjab
who looks
again.
white. He
I
went to
think
Punjab again. Punjab is just doing playing games, man. Punjab is just like it's revenge time because they know they can't actually beat anybody on the field, so they'll try to beat everybody off the field. That's what they're doing.
so
That's what they're doing.
so yeah. I think apart from him, I think they have. I mean, they're just rebuilding their whole team. So it should be good for them. And something I wanted to say, I forgot. But yeah,
You
I
can come
think
back to it.
yeah, I was just reading about it. I was not watching when they bought Deepak Chahar, and I think someone said that they were more dejected than happy when they bought Deepak Chahar. So
Because they realize they just paid way too much money, and it's just not going to be 1 year. It's going to be 3 years. Deepak Chahar is
yeah,
happy. He's
yeah,
chilling. His
because
wife, about to be wife, she's like, "Up to beta diamond necklace from the best, biggest fucking this big necklace I'll be wearing from this thing." When I'm looking at Delhi Capitals, they seem to have bought a lot of players. I can just see the total number is already 12. They have already bought the team ready today. They did a lot of spending today and a lot of good spending.
good
Obviously,
spending.
they
Yeah,
tried to buy a lot of Aussies, which is David Warner for 6.25, Mitchell Marsh, who's in the hottest form of his life, 6.5. Mustafir Rahman for base price 2 crores. Shardul Thakur, I think they splurge a lot. That's the only thing which is
yeah,
50-50 chance because almost 11 crores, 10.75. Anrik Nokia was already there. Akshar Patel was already there. Kuldeep for 2 crores. I think that's a definite steal. I think Kuldeep needs to come of age. I really hope he does because he has all the talent. This area is like, just like Siraj.
yeah,
Sarfaraj Khan they have bought for 20 lakhs. Again, Ashwin Hebar because they also have to have one Ashwin in the team because the other Ashwin is gone, and there's been a lot of talk about will Ashwin will wherever he's gone, his teammate will play with him or not. Well, I'll talk about that in the next team, which is Rajasthan Royals, which is Josh Butler and Ashwin. The beef that these
I think
guys
the
have.
owner said that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you. Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But right now, look at this thing and Kamlesh Nagarkoti for 1.1 crores, and this looks pretty neat to me. They wanted to get their business done the very first day.
No, definitely. I think in this auction they have been the best, you know, team so far in terms of buying players at right price. And they are like Punjab. They have also, I think initially when I was watching, they were bidding for everyone, and they were increasing the prices. So that way I think, and I just saw. I mean, whenever I see them bidding, it just feels like they're enjoying. So I know. I mean, because from last two seasons they have been doing well, although they have not. I mean, they like crashed out from the playoffs. But to make the playoffs also is a big thing. After having so many disappointing seasons, so I think they have got their calculations right. They have bought very good players, Warner, for such a cheap price compared to other players who are going for so much money. So yeah, I think good for them. I think they are doing a good job.
All right, yeah, completely agree because now that I'm also seeing the balance, also sometimes you end up buying way too many foreign players, but they have got Warner,
Hmm.
Marsh, Rahman, and Nokia. All of them can actually play without creating any problems. And they needed an opener because obviously they've let go of Shikhar Dhawan, so they need somebody else to open with the greatest player in the history of Shaw, Prithvi Shaw. All right, Rajasthan
And it will be good
Royals.
for
Rajasthan Royals. Go on.
and just one thing. I think it will be good for both Prithvi Shaw and Kuldeep Yadav, because I think Prithvi Shaw needs some kind of you know guidance or consoling or whatever. So I think playing with David Warner, he'll gain a lot of experience. And for Kuldeep, I think he needs more mental toughness. So playing under Ricky Ponting might be beneficial for him. So yeah, I think that way it's also good.
Yeah, it's like if Conte cannot make Tottenham win, then nobody can make Tottenham win, right? Obviously, that's the same way. If
Yeah,
Kuldeep is Ricky Ponting, or if Ricky the punter cannot solve Kuldeep's situation after all these years, after all this talent, then what's the point? Because Kuldeep, like he needs to look in the mirror. Like after all this talent, he's going for 2 crores. I mean, come on, man.
right,
And then fucking
right.
Hasaranga is going for like 11 crores. So like, I mean, come
Yeah,
on, that's reality. That's some reality check, right there. But it's okay. He's still getting good money. He's still got like he's doing all right. I mean, if I get 2 crores, I'll be very happy. Rajasthan Royals have bought Riyan Parag. Like that's the one we are talking about. Not really. They bought Devdutt Padikkal for 7.75 crores. I don't think Devdutt Padikkal will ever be the great player that he wants. I think for me, he's like a Rashford, right? People, oh, he's gonna be. No, he's not gonna be. There's going to be flashes and everything. There's going to be some amazing things, but I think he can still become, because from his talent point of view, he's there. But I think he's also like thinking a lot, like Rahul thinks a lot. And now let's just strategize. Let's make like 50 runs and all. Go all out, man. You have a lot of talent. So if you do that, just be a little bit of Prithvi Shaw. They bought Yashasvi Jaiswal was the retained player for 4 crores. I think Jaiswal must be thinking, I could have actually gotten more money. And guess who is in to say hello to Josh Butler? R. Ashwin. I think even in the nets, he's going to be trying to like man kid Butler. He's like, yeah, you're moving, huh? You're moving. So Sanju Samson is the only happy guy who gets 14 crores. They bought Yuzvendra Chahal for 6.5. I mean, this is a bargain, man, because I know he got left out from the World Cup, but he's been like on fire since that. I mean, he was in
right.
fire in the second leg of the IPL in Dubai and everything in UAE. Then Shimron Hatmayer, they seem to be very keen on this guy, and then they paid Shimron Hatmayer at 8.5, and Prasidh
8.5.
Krishna, who has recently done very well. I really don't think is worth 10 crores, because I think a lot of short term memory, because I've seen Prasidh Krishna going for a lot of runs. So I don't know, but again, it doesn't really matter because Rajasthan Royals anyway never does anything. So who cares?
No, and when we were talking about Prasidh Krishna, I think we were a bit hard on RCB because they, retained this guy Siraj for 7 crores. If Siraj would have gone to auction, he would have obviously gotten more money than Prasidh Krishna. So I think that was a smart decision to retain him, and then they thought maybe no one will go for Harshal Patel. So okay, coming back to Rajasthan Royals, I think. They have also done well, and about the Butler and Ashwin situation, I saw a tweet. I don't know whether that's true, whether the owner has said this, but the owner said that they had spoken to Butler before going for Ashwin, and he didn't have any problem with playing with him. So I don't know whether that's true, but yeah, who cares? I mean, it's internet, and I can say anything.
Yeah,
So
according to recently what I've been hearing in Manchester United, every time our coach comes out and says, "Okay, this guy he wanted some time out, so he didn't want to play that day." Then fucking the player comes out saying, "No, no, I didn't say that. You guys said that, fuckers." Then same happened with Anthony Martial also. He's like, he doesn't want to play Martial. Like, I've never said to no to. So this is the same thing. Butler will be asked later on. It's like, did you say yes? I never fucking said yes. They said, "Can we play us?" And then I was saying no. They disconnected the phone, and I was like,
or maybe they said, "Can we play Murugan Ashwin?" They said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." No,
huh?
he said
Can you
Ashwin.
play? Which one? Murugan or which one? The one on the left. Which one? Yes. What? Just say yes. Like you just hoodwink me. Yeah, go on.
So I think, yeah, but I think they have also done decently buying Chahal for that much money. I think Chahal will have a very great IPL coming, couple of IPLs at least, because I think he's just uh, I think he looked in good rhythm during the West Indies series. Although it's West Indies, we can't really judge him from that. But yeah, I think
He was
that
bowling very well
was
though. Bowling
he
very well.
was bowling very well. So I think that was a good deal. And then who else they bought? Can you just tell me quickly? I kind of forgot.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So they have bought Riyan Parag, which is nothing to talk about. Devdutt Padikkal, we already talked about. R. Ashwin, we already talked about. They bought
Right,
Trent Bolt for 8 crores. This is a very good buy, I think. They bought Yuzi, obviously, Shimron Hathmeyer. And I think two players we left were Trent Bolt
Hetman.
and Shimron Hathmeyer, both for 8 and 8.5 crores.
I think, yeah, Bolt. I think for 8 crores is a good buy. I think I mean, it's a bit expensive, but you can't help it because other teams are also going for him. Hitmire, I think it will be a misfire again because I've never seen Hitmire. People always keep talking about Hitmire. He's great hitter and all that, but I've never seen him, truly fulfill his potential. So I just feel that 8 crores is too much for him. Apart from that, I think they have done good job.
All right. It's Mumbai Indians. Although you're saying like they're trying to make the previous team back and all, but they've just have right now have their 6 players. I don't know if they're going to play with 6 players, like best of 6 or something, because they spent a lot of money on the people they retained, which is 16 crores to Fatty Sharma, 12 crores to Jasprit Bumrah, and then they retain one more player, Karen Pollard, but for a very decent price, 6 crores. So that was good. Surya Kumar Yadav for 8 crores. They've just bought Ishan Kishan for 15.25 crores. I was like, what? You just sold your fucking wicket keeper Quinton de Kock, and then you buy this thing. Quinton de Kock eventually went for like 6.75, which is less than half the price. Like two, you ended up paying more than 2.5 times. And Quinton de Kock has been in hot form, and now he's only going to play like T20 international for the rest of his life. I really don't get the logic of this thing. And they were so aggressive on Ishan Kishan. And Ishan Kishan right now has been like having multiple orgasms without even doing anything. He's just be like standing there and having so many orgasms. And they have bought this guy whom I don't know. He's called Dewald Brevis. I have no
He's
idea who
the
this guy
baby
is.
AB.
Oh, that's the baby Avi. Is he from
Yeah,
South Africa? Is he white?
yeah,
I have no
yeah.
idea.
So
He's 18 years old.
he's
What?
he yeah, he was in the under 19 World Cup. That's what, if you see his videos, he just bats like AB de Villiers. His stance and everything is like AB de Villiers. So that's why they call
He's
him
hardly
AB de
played
Villiers.
anything. He's like Arjun Tendulkar. He's already two T20 internationals.
So I think
Strike rate is great.
there was a big talk that he might go for RCB because he seems to be an RCB fanboy, obviously because of AB and Kohli. But RCB didn't go for him at all.
Does he
Anyway,
look like AB? Is that what you're saying? I'm just seeing his pictures now.
no, no, he bats like AB, like his
Mhm.
stance and the way of playing the shots and all that. So it's like AB de Villiers. So that's why they
Baby.
call him AB. Baby
But
AB.
they need
Yeah.
to buy more players, right? I mean, what do you think about these buys they've done already? I mean, we'll talk about the
No,
other
I
players
think
tomorrow.
so. I think if you look at the team, it's obviously going to be difficult to buy all of them because Mumbai is a champion team and all their players are valuable, right? So it is not possible for them to make the same exact team. But what they have done well is they have got all the players they wanted. obviously Hardik Pandya, and it's a good thing, right? Hardik Pandya right now, if you spend 7, 8 crores, 10 crores on that guy, I don't
No,
think
you would
that's
have. Trust
justified.
me, Hardik Pandya right now, people still go on the mental thing, right? Right now, they
Correct.
this year also they still would
So
have paid 15 for him.
so if you just see Bumrah got 12 crores, Prashid Krishna is getting 10 crores. So if Bumrah would have come to auction, he would have easily gotten 14, 15, maybe people would have gone crazy. So I
Hmm.
think they have done really well. They have got all their core team. And Ishan Kishan, he was supposed to go for a lot of money, because if you just see, Ishan Kishan is a T20 player. Like he's a, as they say, impact player. And if this guy Shreyash Iyer is going for 12 crores, so I don't think it's 15 crores for Ishan Kishan is unjustified. I am not saying it's cheap or pricey or whatever, but I think it's just going by the other players, like how much people are paying for, because it was supposed to be between Shreyash Iyer and Ishan Kishan that who would get the most of the money. And people were saying Shreyash Iyer because he's a captaincy material, but obviously I don't think uh, people who would have played with him, they would know his limitations and all that, right? So yeah, so Ishan Kishan, although very expensive, but I think Mumbai really badly wanted him, and this has been the thing with Mumbai. I have seen in other auctions also, if they want to stick with their players, and they have gone to great lengths to get them back. So obviously that's what they feel, and that's what they have done. So yeah, I think, and see, the main thing with Mumbai is Mumbai's scouting team is very good. They have spent so much money on these people, so you will see a lot of smaller unknown people, uncapped players, who will be picked by Mumbai maybe tomorrow, and they would have already scouted them out, because these are the people who scouted Bumrah, these are the people who scouted Hardik Pandya and his brother and all that. So they are very good at that.
Okay, fair enough. So only thing I would say, like one of the reasons I was multiple reasons you explained that one was Mumbai obviously was aggressive because they've already let some people go, right? And they will definitely not let go the other ones. They want to make sure that these people will not go. So they've, and also because he's a wicket keeper, so Quinton de Kock is gone. So he is the impact player, wicket keeper. Also his best position that now everybody knows he does not perform the same way the way he performs when he opens the innings. So now he's going to open the innings because Quinton
Right.
de Kock is gone. So they want him there. He's the wicket keeper. Third thing is that they've already let go Hardik Pandya, a couple of other players here and there. But this the player they would have broken the bank, which they already have. I mean, they would have gone to 20 also for all you care if people wouldn't have stopped, right? So I mean, fair. I don't know what's fair, but it is what it is. Let's move on to Sunrisers Hyderabad. Nobody cares about them. They bought a lot of players. They had retained three players: Abdul Samad, Umran Malik, and Kane Williamson. They're getting paid for 14 crores. Kane Williamson, both other ones getting paid 4 crores. They have bought your one-time favorite and more favorite than your wife, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, for 4.2. His actual price is 420. It's kind of funny because he's probably never done any 420 in his life, right? So, and he's
Yeah.
the only person who's gone for 420. I'm just going to double check it. Yep, he's the only player who's gone for 420. So, like, this is like, it's just like, it's a practical joke on this guy. Priyam Garg was bought for 20 lakhs. I think that's his real price. And I'm really happy. 20 lakhs, buddy. Abhishek Sharma, uncapped player for 6.5 crores. Holy mother of
All
crap.
rounder.
Rahul Tripathi for 8.5 crores. Nicholas fucking Puran, another guy, same suspect like Hatmar, 10.75 crores. Washington Sundar, 8.75 crores. Natarajan for 4. Please give us, cut your bread on this thing.
I Yeah, I think they were sleeping for the first 1 hour and whatever before the incident happened with the
I think they
auctioneer.
just woke up because you fell down. They're like, "Who?"
Yeah, because they were not going for
You
anyone.
literally
They
called
were
on just to wake the fuckers up.
they're not all the marquee players in the first hour. They didn't even
The
like
sun didn't
raise the
rise.
and then they went for all these people. So yeah, it doesn't right now. It doesn't feel like a winning team. There are a lot of questions. They have bought a lot of people who are supposed to be great but never performed. And I like Sundar, but uh, too much money for Sundar, I think, at this point of time, because he's a good player, but I don't think he's a T20 all rounder. as in he's a good
His
bowler.
bowling is very good, right? You know, that like,
Uh,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not gone overblown, right? It's not like 12 crore or
it's
something.
not
So it's
gone
like,
overblown. I mean, it's a good pick for them, but I'm saying
hmm.
as
If he
they could
performs to
have
his
just
potential, I
tried.
think it's a good. He's a genuine all rounder that way, and he can
Right,
actually come in at 5, 6, number 7, or he can really go for it, and he can also open for them
but so
also.
far they
But when he's really good with the bowling, right, he's very frugal, so we know that.
that's good. I'm not saying that it's a bad buy, but I'm just saying that they could have gone for some other people also. Right now, it doesn't look like a winning team, a tournament winning team.
They were never going to win anything. Anyway, don't forget about it. Talk about your favorite Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Natarajan and
I think
Puran
Bhuvneshwar
and
Kumar
Abhishek
is just a
Sharma.
sentimental
Hmm.
buy. I think it's just because he has played for SRH for so long, so they just got him, and he could become like in football, a lot of players become coaches. So I think he can just become like
Yeah,
that
but it's a
directly.
good thing, right? At least they didn't throw the kitchen sink at him, right? 4.2, four
Yeah,
twenty. I mean, he's probably going to be rolling the joints.
right. And
But what about Abhishek Sharma? There's a lot of faith in Abhishek Sharma and Puran. I mean, come on. Like, I mean, they had to buy somebody, so they're like, okay,
Puran,
let's buy. They have no international players now. They have no. Before they had so many international players, they did not know who to drop, right? And now they have nobody
right,
apart from
right,
Kane
right,
Williamson. Because there was always a
right,
problem, right? They
exactly,
did live a situation that David Warner had to
exactly.
sit out, so Johnny Bairstow can play. They should have bought Johnny Bairstow back. Fucking all, man. He would have been much better
I
than
think with
Puran,
that,
right? He
I
wicket
think
keeps also. Puran wicket keeps, right? So, but I mean, why would you not buy that? I think after the David situation happened, I think even this guy must have told them, "Don't even try to
yeah.
buy me. I don't want to come back. Fuck you."
I think that was the case because it
Hmm.
doesn't make any sense to buy Puran and not buy Besto. Puran,
And
I
much
don't. I
cheaper.
mean, again, he's rated highly and everything. I mean, he's always said that he has a lot of potential, like Hetmeyer, like a lot of
It's like
West
West
Indian
Indies,
players.
right? It's like if you're from Brazil, right? You just get
Yeah,
more
the
made paid
clips.
more money. That's what it is.
Right, right.
Except West Indies just gets
So
caned by everybody. Yeah.
so yeah, I think yeah, I don't like these two. I mean, sorry, didn't talk about Abhishek Sharma, but Abhishek Sharma, I can't, I don't have much information. But again, it's the promise. I think because he's an all rounder, he's a spinner and a batsman. So I think that's why they were breaking the bank on him.
He's
So
young also. He's
yeah,
21
let's
years
see.
old. He's very skinny. He's
Yeah, he's
lanky.
young.
People like, let's see what's gonna do. He's played a bunch of matches in T20. He's done all right. He scores. His strike rate is 113. I'm just checking out. He's averaging is 24th. That's not bad while batting, and while bowling also not taking too many wickets. And but his economy is 6.95, so that's pretty neat. So let's see what happens. We don't
Hmm.
have any expectations from them anyway, so it doesn't really matter so much. So let's see how that works out. Let's talk about the final two teams: the Lucknow Super Giants and Gujarat Titans. Let's talk about Lucknow Super Giants first. Now, these guys, I think, have not done a terrible job. I like what they're doing. They already had three players: Marcus Stoinis, Ravi Bishnoi, and KL Rahul was 17 crores, who still remains the highest pick in the IPL. Manish Pandey they bought for 4.6. Then they bought Mark Wood. I really like Mark Wood. I think right now everybody likes Mark Wood. For 7.5. Then they bought Quinton de Kock for 6.75, Jason Holder for 8.75, Deepak Huda and Krunal Pandya. That's where my concerns come in. Deepak Huda for 5.75 and then Krunal Pandya for 8.25. If Krunal Pandya does not perform to his potential, to what they think is his potential, then I think Super Giants is going to be in the bottom two. That's my take on this thing. What do you think? And Manish Pandey needs
I
to
think.
finally perform, right? Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
a
I
while.
think obviously there are questions, but I think for the first auction they have done decent. I mean, it's not literally first auction because the team management has been involved in this. But yeah, I think it's a good team. It's a good team to start with. Obviously, there are questions on Kunal Pandya and Deepak Huda, but Deepak Huda has been doing well. That's why he got picked for the Indian team. So I think that's why they went for him. Manish Pandey uh, again will have to perform. So,
A lot of
but I
potential. I
think
think he just need to let go, right? He just need to fucking just go all out. Have some Prithvi
yeah.
Shaw in him. Just do it.
So, but the main concern again is Rahul, who will be the captain, and they have
Hmm.
Gautam Gambhir as mentor. So, it's a very deadly combination. So, I'm not
He's
sure
very
what's
Gambhir.
gonna
The guy is
happen.
so Gambhir. His name is correct.
Right,
Because
and
normally there's
and
people's names are there and then the most opposite. Like they're like not at all Gambhir.
So he is Gambhir. He
Right.
doesn't smile. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to start with. Let's see. I think they got good players for decent amount of money. They still don't. Okay, yeah. I think they still don't have the fast bowlers. So we'll see who they buy next. Then we'll
Yeah.
probably make
Uh,
a.
Fundamentally, I agree with you. Fundamentally, I agree with you. I think they've done a decent job. They could have done much, much worse, even if they end up paying a
Yeah.
lot for Krunal Pandya, which was only because of Gujarat Titans, because his brother Pandya kept saying like he will kiss his prize and he'll let him go to the other team. And don't worry, we'll be coming second last and last anyway. So Gujarat Titans, whose name has already changed from Ahmedabad to Gujarat Titans, which is kind of funny. It's a team Ahmedabad, but anyway, they're going to be that ground will be in Ahmedabad, which is the main city in Gujarat. So Shubman Gill was already there pre-buy. Hardik Pandya for 15 crores already. Shubman for 8 crores and Rashid Khan 15. I think Rashid Khan is worth all every penny on this thing. Now they bought who they bought is Jason Roy. Super bargain for 2 crores because nobody cares about Jason Roy. I don't know. You cannot. There's nothing can go wrong for 2 crores for Jason Roy, right? Rahul Tevatia for 9 crores and Jason Roy for 2 crores. There you go. Mohammad Shami for 6.25 crores. I think that's a very decent buy as well. Lockie Ferguson, I really like this guy for neat 10 crores. That's a good one. M. Abhinav, I don't know for 2.6 exactly who this guy is. It doesn't even say. It says he's a batsman. I don't know. Is he going to open? What
He's
are you going to do? But
uncapped.
okay, what do you
Yeah.
think for till right now? Looks okay. I really don't see how these guys are going to do anything in the IPL.
Yeah, I think they have to buy. They still have to buy a lot of people. They don't have wicket keeper so far, right? And yeah, Hardik Pandya as a captain is a big concern anyway. But I think yeah, so far it's a decent thing, decent auction for them. But I think they still need to buy a lot of players for a lot of positions, and will I don't know how much money they are left with. They should be having a lot of money, I think.
22.
Uh, okay, yeah. So I think this is a decent amount of money, but going for Tivatia paying that much, I don't know. I don't. And he's a good player, but that much I don't know. They could have saved on him and bought someone else. But let's see. Let's see. I mean, whatever the team they make, uh, my major concern would be the captaincy of Hardik Pandya. I don't know how that will turn out. But let's see. Let's see how it
Bad.
goes.
I can tell you. I don't have any reservations on that. So very quickly, just we'll just finish this podcast and talk about because I thought I don't know how long this is going to take, but I've done a very good job by like hosting it pretty quick fire. So I just want to talk about some people who actually did not get sold. I mean, some people you might even think like what were they thinking in the first place, but people like putting price like, but last time you're getting paid, we thought like getting paid 11 crores for not playing and just doing jack shit like people like Suresh Raina, that was like way overblown. Did not get picked, but some players very quickly. I mean, like Sam Belling does not get, but I think these people can come around, right? But when they normally
Right.
come around, they don't get good price. Right? Umesh Yadav not getting picked, Matthew Wade not getting picked, Sam Belling not getting, Sakibul Hasan not getting picked, Smith, fair enough, which people don't. David Miller even had a 1 crore, 1 CR, didn't get picked. Mohammad Nabi had 1 CR, did not get picked. I mean, that's something I'm just like baffled completely by this thing. Imran Tahir, we talked so much about, right? 2 crores, did not get
Oh,
picked. He's
Imran
only
Khan.
43 years old. Adil Rashid, we talked about in the other podcast when you were not there because
Right,
Lal
I
was
saw
very
that.
keen on Adil Rashid. I was like, why doesn't he? Umesh didn't get picked. Adam Zampa. I mean, the guy is in the most purple patch of his life. I mean, what do you think? Sometimes people think. Are they
See,
confused?
I think it's mostly about some of them are overseas players. So buying overseas players is always a thing
But you
which
can
you
buy them
have to
cheap,
weigh.
right? If you're Smith, you could have
Yeah,
bought it for 2, 3 crores, right? I mean, it's just
I
sit
think
there, nothing.
I think there are a lot of things, right? Because imagine if you go, let's say if you go for Zampa, right? And if other team who is also keen on Zampa, and if the bidding war starts, then Zampa's price can go to let's say 5 crores, which they don't
No,
want. So
let
it is
them go,
better
right?
to
Let him go. Then let him go. Let him go. Like after like 2 crores, just because
no.
there's
I
other
think
options are there.
right, because if you start a bidding war, then you can't buy him back. That's the thing, right?
No,
So
I
I
said
think
I said have multiple options. It's like saying
hmm,
like let's buy Matthew Wade, right? Matthew Wade is in the purple patch of his life. I mean that bid will not go so far because most people aren't even betting for this guy. So you can
I
just
think
go for like it's hmm.
Matthew Wade obviously will get bought in the next round,
But
but
whenever they come back, right, they don't get good price.
They will
Like,
not get good.
is it a betting war happens again, or they have to just get only the whatever 2 crores?
No, no, it they will be introduced again. Betting war will happen, and if even then
Has it
if they are
happened in the
not sold,
previously? Tell me, like, according to your knowledge, that a person doesn't get sold still ends up getting a lot of money in this
no,
when they
that
return.
that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen
Yeah,
because generally
because they don't
people
have people. Nobody has
regret.
any money, also, right?
Yeah,
People run out of
correct.
money.
So
Yeah.
Matthew Wade, I think the main reason Matthew Wade didn't get picked was because he obviously he is doing really well, but he's still suspect against good spin bowling. So I think that's why a lot of people and Zampa, whatever happened last time, he flew away from the RCB camp and
Hmm.
again, I mean Australian spinner.
Oh yeah, I think
It
it's
just
like a pact within they sit all the owners. They're like, "Isko nahi lena. Fuck you."
so yeah, there are a lot of things happening behind the scene which we are not privy of. So yeah, that's thing. We'll see what happens
All right.
tomorrow.
All right, so we already know who's got bought for who. We already know Suresh Raina did not get bought. The highest pick we expected it could have been Shreyas Iyer, but he wasn't the highest one. In fact, he was not even the number two. The What was the
Right,
highest one? Highest one is Chris
Kishan,
Kishan was the highest, and who was number two? If just remind me, it's Deepak Chahar. I think Deepak Chahar was like
Deepak
number two.
Chah,
Was like people are
14
super
crores.
super hot pick. I mean, crazy. And then I think it was finally this guy who got sold for such a big money. It was just crazy stuff. Like, but it was very nice to see so many players like going for so much money. Ambati Raud is still getting like 6.75 crores. They're like,
Yeah,
that wasn't bad at all, man. That was like pretty neat. They've done a good, everybody did a good job. But there's one more day to go. I hope Hugh doesn't come in. I want him to rest. Charu did a very fantastic job. He's going to do the same thing tomorrow. Let's see more of Charu. I think Charu also needs to take a lot of vitamins because this is just a difficult job. So I'm not really surprised you
yeah,
can just faint. But the way Hugh fell, it did not look right. But the fact that he's doing okay, it's definitely a wonderful thing because I watch football and these kind of incidents happen at times. And it can be very dangerous. It can be very dangerous. So, but I think people they need to be a little bit more careful with this thing. IPL needs to have a medicos right there, paramedics right there, sitting there within them. Like people looked like a fish out of water. They had no idea. It was like they were sitting ducks. People just standing
right.
there, and a lot of people complaining why is he not sitting? No, he cannot sit. That's not how it works. He needs to have the free vision. Second thing, people are saying nobody came out to help him. No, nobody did not come out to help him. It will be stupid if somebody just starts grabbing like a moron. So you need to just
Right, right.
back off. In fact, keep the area clear. That's what you do. This is not the roadside accident. Everybody just like, oh, wait up, get up. Because you don't know what the fuck has just happened. So you back the fuck off. And everybody's like, in this situation, a doctor will be there. It's just like some aunties yelling, there's a medico outside. That should not be happening. That was just weird. What the fuck was that thing? Some ladies just like saying like there's some medico outside. But like, what? That medico should be like on the like this is what they just the way when the rain comes out, right? People are running before the rain comes out of the curtains. This is like this is common sense. I'm not asking for too much, right? This is just common sense. It should have happened. It did not happen. Just not good enough. But now that this has happened, and luckily there was no casualty because we are only a very
Right.
reactive country. At least next time, tomorrow
Next
onwards,
time
there'll
they'll
be
be
people
ready.
sitting there. There should be like all the glucon D should be there, right? People should be drinking all this. It's a difficult environment. And I was thinking about that right now when you were speaking. I
Even
was
I
like,
was
man, this is
thinking, yeah,
difficult. And for 2 days, man, what is the fuck, man? And then that happens. I was like, what? Fucking all the younger people are like completely like I was saying Shah Rukh Khan's son will not show up, but guess what? They don't give a rat's ass. He showed up. He looked fattier. He was like all chubby in the face. He's like, I don't know, he's just smoking up. He's like, all just his mama is giving a lot of milk now, and he's putting all the masala in there. Mom, masala dal do, masala. He's like, mommy doesn't know. Mama doesn't know. Mama doesn't know. Thank God. All right, who the hell is this guy? Neon Gel. Do you guys watch anime? Anime? I'm sure this guy does watch anime. You really love anime because even coming to IPL option, you talk about anime. All right.
yeah.
So,
We don't watch that much. Our friend Yash watches a lot.
oh,
Who
he
is
loves anime. He
gas
lives on anime. He just,
gives you.
he is, in fact, will become anime. I don't know what that means, but it'll happen to him very soon. So, on this note, if you watched our show, if you liked it, you can like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow for the second and final day. Hopefully, nobody falls off the podium this time. But trust me, there will be a lot of betting wars, or let's just say, it's just like horses. Like, people are treated like horses. It's like, I don't want to be in that team. No, you don't give a shit. We'll take you. We'll put you in that team. You have to play for them. Doesn't matter. What do you want? Like, it doesn't happen like this in football. Like, everybody chooses. Like, player
Right.
decides and everybody goes. So, like, if player doesn't want to go, he'll not go. He'll fucking not go. You're like, no, fuck off. That doesn't happen. Here, it's just all over the place, man. It's just all over the way. We missed Lal. Tomorrow, Lal will be here. Call him V. We'll be happy.
Yeah, we
You
would
guys are
have some.
killing it, neon gel with the neon gel. So yeah, we'll figure out what the hell this thing is. Veep and all. What does veep mean? You already know.
It's a term for people who are interested in, I think, Japanese culture, something like that.
Japanese
So
culture. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll just Google the damn thing from there. So I'll figure it out. So today Manchester
thanks,
United again
Neon
drew
Gel.
another match. It was not a good day for us, but it's never a good day for us. It hasn't been good 10 years for us. So well, what the heck? Yeah. All right. Go watch something interesting, maybe Al Pacino or maybe some Robert De Niro. Let's see people shoot
Or
people.
anime.
Please don't live on Marvel all the time. I'm not hating on Marvel, but come on, that's not life, right? Come on. At some time people have to grow up, right? I guess sometime you'll have to grow up at some stage. Maybe if you're 27, if you still only thing you watch is Marvel, then maybe I think maybe you should have stopped watching that probably a couple of years ago. You can watch it, but all you talk about is like Marvel, Marvel, Marvel. Say, oh, that's too much. All right, take care. No more trolling. Let's troll Suresh Raina. Somebody buys you. Maybe you'll have to pick up another team. Maybe you have to call Mahendra Singh Dhoni just to buy you and just never play you. But you just need to. It's your pride is at stake, man. Even all the steak that you've been eating, which is beef. All right. Um, yeah, we will watch definitely. I mean, this guy is really insistent on anime. I'm pretty sure he makes anime. All right, thanks Neon Gel, and we'll watch and we'll call everybody Weeb as well. Regardless, we'll just start going on the streets and calling people Weeb. All right, that's me, Gav the Bastard. This is Bikram the Bastard. We are the Blunt Bastard. Lal is not here. He'll be here tomorrow. Keep walk the eye out for tomorrow's auction. And let's see, Charu keeps doing a great job, and everybody is wonderful. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time, and we love you. Of course we do. Of course we do. I have a tattoo. I love you as well, but I have so much hair, so I can't show you. Plus, there'll be nudity, and there'll be like our podcast will be pulled down. I know.
Okay, bye bye.
Respect. All right.